Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, your host of Warren First 931. We are live at the Motlow State Community College with the big EV Mechatronics event, and we got some special guests on the show with us today. We have my good friend Darren Deaton Owens.
Yes.
How's Daniel?
Great.
I love it. And then alongside with her, because she's going to be our Motlow cheerleader today. She's going to talk all things Motlow.
Yes.
And then next to her, we have Richard Blackburn. He's the department lead for the Mechatronics and EV. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
So this has been like a 2-day event. This is day 2. I know yesterday was not like the best.
It was not. It was very gloomy, and it rained on us yesterday.
But you still had folks show up.
We did. We had a great turnout. We were exhausted at the end of the day.
Yes. I bet you were.
So we're really excited that the sun is out.
Yes.
And people are already stirring, so it's already going to be a great day.
I love that. So talk about this, Richard. Talk about the
Mechatronics and EV department. We're on the forefront of like technology. We try to make sure that all of our students are trained up in the latest technology with PLCs, robotics, electronics, all that, and communicating with each other in the motor control. But also we are starting the EV program this fall, which is an associate's degree in EV engineering technology.
Okay.
So that's going to start this fall. We'll also do a mechatronics concentration. So if you don't want to go strictly EV, you'll also learn that other half of it be mechatronics. So it'll be a little bit easier to get a wider variety of jobs. But we're expecting this to be a very good opportunity for Warren County and surrounding county citizens. So
I think this is going to be great. Now you're saying EV, Mechatronics. I do not have a lick of information of what that is. Can you please explain what EV stands for and what the Mechatronics department does exactly?
Yes, EV, electric vehicles, and that's just Tesla, Ford, Chevy, all of them. We're going to be giving a lot of information on regenerative braking, high voltage storage, charging, all that kind of stuff, and comparing them with ICE vehicles, which ICE is internal combustion engine. So
Okay.
Gas vehicle.
Sounds scary.
Realistically, the ICE vehicles are more scary than the EV.
Oh, really?
Yes. So there are more like fires and stuff like that with the ICE vehicle than there are EV. A lot of people are afraid of that, but ICE vehicles are more prone for that. But mechatronics, we get our students in. They're traditional students straight out of high school, but also returning from the workforce students that's trying to make a better life for them and their family. They go in and they start learning from the basics: electronics, motors, motor control, fluid power, which is hydraulics and pneumatics. A lot of the engineering concentrations, there's a lot of different engineering concentrations in mechatronics, and it gives them an opportunity to get a higher paying job with just a 2-year degree.
Wow.
So we have a lot of students that start out between 55 and 65,000 after they graduate, and then we do have some students that start out above 80,000.
Wow, that's amazing. Because, the kids these days, they weren't like when we were graduating, we were like, I'm going to graduate and, make at least 20 or 30K. And then, and then my nephew was like, KK, when I graduate, I'm going to do this, and I make 50, 60 grand. And I'm like, yeah, right. Good luck. But hearing that,
it's happening.
It's happening.
Yes.
I love that.
It's great opportunities for our area.
For our area, for young kids that are out there listening. If you're wanting these jobs, if this is something, you want to put your hands in, whether it's here. And I even got to give props to TCAT and the robotics department. I mean, I feel like this is like the best well-hidden jewel in Warren County because it's
here for years, and we want people to know we're still here. We are growing. Motlow and TCAT are both growing, and we're really excited to provide educational opportunities to Warren County and the surrounding areas. We are a great hidden gem here. One little secret.
Exactly. And so with Darren, you are the associate professor and the,
Yes.
Motlow EV cheerleader.
I am.
And kind of segueing into, it's not just the Mechatronics department. There's
Correct.
so many other departments.
Correct. Of course, we have a fantastic, top-notch nursing department. I can't say enough great things about our nursing department. They are rock stars.
Yeah.
But of course, we have EMS and EMT, and of course, you can still major in, a lot of the basics. You can still major in history, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, education. So we still have all of the traditional majors, but we're really expanding in the technology area because that's where the world is going.
Yeah.
But we want people to come into Motlow.
Yeah.
We are here. The doors are open. We want people to come visit us.
Yeah.
Come see what we're all about. And I think today is a great example of showcasing what Motlow is all about. Yes.
Especially the new program with this EV department.
Yes.
There's just, like you said, it's ever so growing. It's ever so more. And when you talk about coming and visiting, not just like, if you can't come out today, like
Correct.
how do they need to make an appointment? How does that work exactly?
They can come in and talk to the ladies at our front desk that are extremely helpful. We have a wonderful recruiter, Ashley Argo, that they can talk with.
Okay.
But they can set up a tour. We do tours all the time. But we are very flexible. We have times that our professors will come out and talk with potential students. So come in the doors, talk with the ladies at the front desk, meet with one of our recruiters. Talk to our admission staff. We can help you with the financial aid process, which we absolutely need to talk about.
Yes.
We can help with the admissions process. So we are a one-stop shop here in McMinnville. We can do it all right here.
Because, again, I always have to go back to our upbringings. Kids nowadays, they have the opportunity for the Tennessee Promise. Can we talk a little bit with the FAFSAs and the free 2 years of college? Because I have to say this, some kids like myself,
Me too.
I was not college bound. I did go to 2 years at Austin P because, at the time, the free programs were not offered.
Correct.
So either you had a scholarship or you did not.
Correct.
And so instead of coming to Motlow, well, if we're going to pay for it, well, I want to go where I want to go. So we went to Austin P, and college, I'm not saying is for everybody, and that is okay. Correct. And that's why schools like TCAT and these programs, these 2-year programs that you created here at Motlow are so beneficial to kids like us.
Yes. So,
or young adults.
That's what we're going to say.
Young adults.
Young professionals.
Yes.
We're young professionals. Tennessee Promise and Tennessee Reconnect both have opened up so many doors.
Yeah.
And we're so fortunate to be a part of that. So really the difference in the two, Tennessee Promise, essentially if you're coming right out of high school, Tennessee Reconnect is essentially, it's kind of for adults.
Yeah.
That's kind of the
for
word.
young adults.
Yes. So there's a couple requirements. If you're over the age of 23 or you have children that you support 50% of the time or you're military or veteran. Yeah. So you don't have to necessarily be over 23 if you hit some of these other requirements. But Tennessee Promise and Tennessee Reconnect has made a huge difference in the education world. So we are very fortunate to be a part of that. So the nursing program, EV, all of that can fit under those programs. So, of course, to get Tennessee Promise or Tennessee Reconnect, you do have to fill out the FAFSA.
Yep.
And going back to our day and time, the FAFSA was very lengthy and it was very stressful.
Yes, it was.
It has shortened. It is so much better than it used to be. But we have a fantastic financial aid staff here. Ms. They're here in McMinnville as well, so they can help guide you through the financial aid process as well.
I love that. I love that.
We are a one-stop shop.
You literally are. So can you explain to everybody what today's event, I mean, I see people driving a Tesla. I see food. What's going on?
So yesterday was Earth Day, and we wanted to correlate our EV launch with Earth Day. So we wanted to do, invite different dealerships, different people out in the community that has electric vehicles. If you come, you can sign up and test drive a Tesla truck. You can sign up and test drive a Tesla car. We do have some Nissan electric cars
from Champion.
Yes,
I saw
Champion.
Alex and Nathan
Yes.
bring some. Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things you can do. We're giving away. We also are for each thing that you do, if you get a ticket and you get put in for a drawing for a gift card. If you do our survey, you get put in for a drawing for the gift card. So there's a lot of different ways you can actually win gift cards. We've got 4 gift cards we're giving out today. So there's a lot of different things you can do.
I love that. Is there anything I haven't asked you guys that you want to mention before I let you go? Because I know we have Larry Flatt. He's going to come on with some folks, and the Tesla representative. And then the lady herself, was the representative that is over this event is here today as well.
Yes. The only thing that I would like to say is a lot of people get a concern about charging electric cars and everything.
Yes.
And they're like,
the stigmas.
What if I'm on a trip and I get down to 10% battery? I always say, well, what if you're on a trip and you get down to a quarter of a tank of gas? You're going to stop and get gas.
Correct.
Well, in Tennessee, there's over 344 charging stations for the public.
Yeah.
And if you like myself, I like to go into Mobile quite often, a couple times a year. In between here and Mobile, there's about 470 charging stations.
Wow.
And so all of the electric cars that have the navigation and stuff you put in your trip, it will actually designate where you need to charge because it has those charging stations, tell you how long you need to stay there and all that. And if you use a Tesla charging station, it's usually 15 minutes and you get
It's not as long. Yeah. Those are considered, I think, fast charging stations.
Rapid chargers, yes.
Which, by the way, right behind us here, you can't see it. I remember when they revealed it with MES revealed the fast charging stations right here beside the hospital.
Yes. So the hospital, right here close to us, Champion has a charger.
Yeah.
And then the hospital has some, and then we have some at the robotics building as well. So just right here, we have multiple charging stations, but in the past year, the infrastructure for charging stations has grown tremendously.
Oh, yes, it has.
So that's what we're here doing today. We're trying to educate people on, trying to debunk those myths of owning an electric car. And that's the reason why I'm a big EV cheerleader, because I have an EV. And I think it's important that we educate people to understand that it's not as different as what you think. They're very user-friendly. Maintenance on them is very simplistic.
There's hardly any maintenance.
And I think there's a lot more room in the cars too, is what I'm hearing.
How much do you pay for your oil change in your vehicle?
I guess 100.
How much?
$200 bucks?
None.
No oil change.
No oil change.
Oh.
So if you get a transmission flush and stuff, you're looking at probably $1,000. What about you?
None.
Because you don't have that.
Correct.
The only and like brakes, your brakes will probably wear out 3 times faster than hers because of regenerative braking.
Yes.
I was about to say, I don't brake a lot. I'm not a Danica Patrick by any means. I was like, well, actually, I've never had any brake issues in my life. But if I was Danica Patrick, probably.
Yes.
Probably.
So we want people to come out today. We're here till 4.
Okay.
Please come out and join us. We will drive you around. You can ride around. But you can ride in multiple vehicles because they're all very different.
Yeah.
So you can kind of compare and contrast what you like or what
you don't like.
So we had a lot of fun yesterday. So please come out and join us.
Yeah.
We would love to have you. We're here till 4. But if you have any questions regarding Motlow College, please come in the doors, come see us, and someone will be more than happy to help.
All right, guys. When we come back, we're going to have Larry Flatt and some more guests join us here on Warren First 931. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powdered sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Why is it important for them to show up today? I mean, because this is phenomenal what y'all have put together.
Well, we've partnered with a couple of groups out of East Tennessee.
Okay.
They're based at UT Knoxville.
Okay.
But they have grants to promote electric vehicles in terms of knowledge, pros and cons, why you might want to buy one, what the savings would be, what the maintenance cost would be. And so we partnered up with them to be the first community college in our region. To offer this to the public and to our students, TCAT students next door. So it's all about coming out. You can drive cars, you can ride in cars. Right behind or in front of where I'm sitting, a big Tesla truck just pulled out.
Yeah.
And you show a car. We had 2 cars yesterday. Got a car on the way. We're not sure why he's not here.
We're waiting. We're in pursuit. I cannot wait to see this car.
And I've got people from the community have shown up already saying, I want to drive this car. Where's it at? So and they're doing a Find My Car right now, trying to find out where it is. Yeah. Champion Chevrolet across the street from us did not have. They're not yet certified to do electric vehicle service. Okay. I talked to the owner this morning. They're at the silver level, trying to get to the gold level. He's assured me they will have that in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So they'll be able to service your electric vehicles at Champion.
Great.
Instead of driving to Murfreesboro or Tullahoma or other places.
A locally owned place that is fixing it right here locally. Yeah. I love that.
And because they're not yet certified by General Motors, they did not have an EV on their lot.
Yeah.
But we reached out to them. They called GM, however that works, and General Motors said, you're close enough. They let them buy a car. So that Blazer that's sitting over there, brand new, they bought it Friday, brought it yesterday, brought it back again today because they're community minded and want to do it. And so we just appreciate the fact that they were willing to make an investment.
Yeah, they're visionaries. There's some of the movers and shakers, and Amanda and Alex Naif do a phenomenal job being a part of this community.
And I saw them in the paper this morning where they made a check to, I didn't get to read the article, but I know they wrote a check or somehow to City of McMinnville as a partnership. And I'll read that article tonight, but we just appreciate what they've done. We appreciate Tesla out of Franklin.
I was going to say, there's a Tesla representative guy out here.
Yeah, 2 yesterday. There'll be 2 here today. Yeah. Like I said, the big cyber truck got here about 9 o'clock, and the car's en route wherever it's at. Yeah. We also have some vehicles that were donated by Nissan as part of our EVET AAS degree, Electric Vehicle Engineering Technology AS degree that will start in August. And I think Richard and y'all probably talked about that
We
already.
did a little bit,
So Nissan donated 4 vehicles to us, 3 Leafs, which are 2017, 2018. So a little bit older.
But still, it's a good learning tool.
They shipped them at no expense to Motlow from California on a hauler truck, unloaded them and handed me the fobs. They also drove up in a 2023 area, which is their current production model, handed me the fob. And that nice new shiny red Ariel there will be torn apart and put together back by our students. You can drive, we can't license though, but you can come and drive them around our parking lot as many times as you want to, get a feel for them.
Yeah.
We've had students yesterday and today, some of them have ridden 8 or 10 times.
Oh yeah, I see them coming out and they're like, we get to do it again. I was like, oh my gosh. But to see the excitement on the students, I mean, this is why you do what you do here. I mean, the motivation that keeps you going, because I mean, can you start and talk about the drive that you've had? I know this started with you and a couple other folks with the robotics department, working with TCAT, working with Motlow. I mean, how many years in the making has this been for you?
Well, I joined the Motlow team in 2010.
Okay.
Mechatronics was just becoming a thing, but it's because of where we live.
Yeah.
Our government, elected officials are supportive. They work with us.
Yeah.
The TCAT and Motlow have obviously a great relationship because we're sitting next door to each other. The industry partners that we have all were supportive. Jerry Cooper, we're going to be naming our building for him on May the 2nd.
I was going to say, why don't you talk about that?
So Jerry was a big proponent of education, obviously, and actually helped get the first grant, $3.5 million, I think it was, Department of Labor, that allowed us to expand the Mechatronics program.
Yeah.
And then in 2015-16, a similar group of individuals came back together and said, we really need a robotics program, because we sit here with Nissan, Chattanooga, Volkswagen, Mazda, Toyota, right in, just over the Alabama line.
Right.
And so we need to have this training available.
Right.
And so that team, which I joined in 2017, we put together the plan, the concept, built the robotics center, and just recently added another 8,000 square feet to do Mechatronics and the electric vehicle program.
Love it.
So we've got about 20,000 square feet up there.
When you started this project, you and Jerry, if he was here today, do you think he would be just astonished of how McMinnville has grown?
Oh, sure.
100%.
Yeah. When Jerry was not doing well, but he was in rehab at River Park, he'd call me up on my cell phone and he'd say, if I was on the right side of the building, I could look in your office window.
He would be keeping you in check, wouldn't he?
He did that quite well.
Oh my gosh.
And of course now we got Sally, his daughter, who's our dual enrollment. She has some fancy title, but she's over dual enrollment. And it's just a pleasure to be in this community and have a relationship with them. But out of that vision, because Motlow is unique in the standpoint that, to my knowledge, there's not another community college in the Southeast, maybe in the whole nation, that has 3 competing robot companies in the same building, authorized by them to teach and to credential people in their program.
I think you're right on that.
And so because of that, we have, in the last 18 months, on the workforce side, we've had 300 people from 150 companies from 33 states come here to be trained.
I was going to say, because I want you to emphasize, because today is such an amazing event, and that you just got so much knowledge. We have people that come out of state to get trained.
Correct.
And
33 states in 18 months.
And then there's people that live here that are training these out-of-state people, correct?
Correct.
And I mean, just the knowledge, guys, that we have here in our Warren County community at our fingertips. It's like Richard and Darren was saying, kids are coming here for a 2-year program and leaving here to go to get salaries of anything from $50K to $80K right after 2 years.
Yes. We have a young man that started his dual enrollment mechatronics at Warren County High School, came here and finished his sophomore level, is now at MTSU, will graduate next week, and he's going to go to work for $92,000.
That's phenomenal.
With a BS degree in mechatronics engineering.
And there, again, the vast knowledge and education, and now I can say technology that Warren County now has at their fingertips. This is the time to take advantage of that.
No doubt about it.
Because, I mean, if you guys want this to continue and to keep growing, you got to come out here. And it's like Darren and all them were saying is, the enrollment process is easy, especially with the Tennessee Promise that is a part of this now. And then also the Reconnect program. I mean, there is so many opportunities. If you're out there watching this thinking, I can't do this or I can't do that, come to programs like Motlow and talk to Larry and Darren and all them. You will find a home here. When we've done interviews with the TCAT students that came from out of town as well, and said as soon as they were here, they realized, this is home. We make people feel like it's home here. That's a little close. That was a little close. I'm not going to lie. It's like, sorry, the Tesla truck.
Just parked about 6 feet from us.
Yeah.
And it's self-parking.
I've heard that. I can't wait to get in there myself and do some videos of it doing that.
Odds are he punched a button and it backed in that spot and he never touched it.
I'm so scared. Do you want to talk? I mean, we can. You want
we're
to talk
live.
about? We're live. You want to talk about your experience in the car?
Well,
come on.
This is a good segue because Emmett is our controls trainer for the workforce side.
Okay.
So he's been working with a company called Ultium Cells that's going to build the battery. Does build the batteries for the General Motors Cadillac. Over in Spring Hill, and so he's doing 96 hours per person, for 60 of their technicians started back in December, January. He's just finished the 3rd cohort, and he's be doing another one in July. That'll get about 32 of the 60 people.
Wow.
And so he goes and lives in a hotel 3 weeks and comes home.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
I bet your wife enjoys that vacation, right?
Yeah, she does.
So tell us about the Tesla.
Yeah, well, we took a ride in the Cybertruck, and the gentleman from Tesla demonstrated the self-driving mode.
Okay.
So what was really cool about that is he just punched in, he told it to go to Kroger.
Yeah.
And we just took off and went to Kroger, and when we got over to Kroger, what was really impressive is it found a parking place and it parked itself.
Really?
All by itself. He never touched it.
So he could sit there and look at you and have a conversation on his phone, this, and just do his thing.
So for a controls engineer, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, I can't wait till I try that out.
Yeah, it totally. It drove itself to Kroger. It managed oncoming traffic.
Yep.
It can see the traffic lights. It can see the speed limit signs and go the proper speed limit.
Yeah.
And it even found its own parking place and parked itself.
Does it talk to you?
It didn't talk, but it had.
Okay. I don't know. I can't wait to try this out.
It had all the pictures of everything up there on the screen, and you could kind of see where it was going to go and things like that. So he said it's really good for a lot of folks that maybe have a little bit of trouble driving. So
gotcha.
And so we're looking forward to learning more about the self-driving capabilities.
So learning what's going on with this Tesla truck, how does that kind of intertwine with what you do?
Well, I do mostly automation for machines and robot cells, and for manufacturing systems that would manufacture parts of that truck. And so it's similar, but this type of vision system, the truck has several different cameras on it, and it's using those cameras to make decisions about traffic.
Yeah.
It's really an advanced system.
Okay.
So we do use vision in our robotic cells and things like that, but we're not to the point of the technology, the level of technology that this is. So.
I got you. But one day, right?
Yep.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
But we do work hard to keep on the leading edge, so to speak, of technology.
Yeah.
Right now, Emmett's got me looking at about a $40,000 AI camera, just one camera.
Right.
And that's the academic price. But that camera today, if you're going to teach a camera to recognize good and bad, for instance, or red from blue, you got to say this is 30 good red pieces and this is 30 good blue pieces, or this is defective and that's good.
Yeah.
And you train it.
Yeah.
With this camera that we're looking at to develop a curriculum, you take a computer design of that, called a CAD design, and you put it in the memory of that camera, and it turns that piece every possible angle and memorizes that. And now you don't have to teach it anything. It will guarantee, the company will guarantee you 100% pick of that part out of a mixed bin of parts. Mm-hmm. So you think about returns that come back to Amazon or Walmart or wherever. Now you got them in a big bin, and you tell it this is a teddy bear and that's a box of candy, and now the robot can go pick them out using this camera.
That's amazing.
So Motlow Automation Robotics Training Center, we try to stay as far ahead on technology as I can afford to do.
I got you.
Those things are not cheap.
Now, speaking of that, like, are y'all ever accepting donations from folks to help with things like that? Like private donors? What would it be called?
We'll take money from anywhere it's legal.
Okay. There you go.
For instance, Middle Tennessee Natural Gas gave us a $5,000 donation toward this camera.
Oh, that's awesome.
Back in late fall. Early spring. And so, yes, and that's the second or third donation they've made, and then other people make donations. Right. But for the most part, we are a profit center at the Robotics Center. So we charge for our training. Yeah. But we charge, for instance, on the robotics side, we charge exactly what you would pay if you went to Dearborn, Michigan to take an ABB robotics class.
Gotcha.
And by my contract, no more, no less.
Right.
And we have a revenue sharing contract with them. So for the rights, we pay them part of the fee, and we keep part of the fee, and we fund ourselves.
That's awesome. I love that.
So we have another guest.
We do. So Emmett, you want to?
No, I'm gonna.
All right.
Hey, that's all. You can scoot down, my dear.
All right.
So who are you and what do you do here?
Hi, I am Alex Strong. I am the program manager for Drive Electric Tennessee, which is a part of a nonprofit that does education and outreach on alternative fuels of all types. I focus on electric specifically, and we just want people to have access to these vehicles if it fits for their lifestyle or for their business. We want to facilitate in that transition and help with that, provide education, and we just want to see cleaner air in all of our communities around here.
I love it.
Yeah,
it just starts with one, you know?
Yeah, and this is events like these, having your neighbors or having people in your community talk about EVs or learn about where you can drive them, what you can do. It's kind of the easiest way to know if it will work for you. So yeah, that's what we're out here doing. We have a Ford Lightning out here today that people can ride and drive. It's part of our projects for part of a project for our nonprofit. So yeah.
That's awesome. So how long have you been doing this? Like when did this campaign start, and what's the end game for all this?
So Drive Electric Tennessee started at the end of 2018, and it was an initiative that was put together by some local power companies and TVA, TDEC, and our nonprofit, and it was just to sort of see like if there are use cases for this and to promote and educate about it. And now we're in 2025, and we've gone from a handful of different car brands to, I don't know, we have 10 models out here right now at least, and that's hard to think about. Like most of these didn't exist as an available option in 2018, so we're just out here trying to promote. The ultimate goal is to see more EVs on the road for people that it fits for their work and lifestyle, and to get more charging access, more ways for people to be able to use these. So we work a lot on charging access, workplace charging, and charging in apartments or in homes, just to for people to know, because if you buy one of these cars at the dealership, part of the thing that I get calls about all the time is like, what electrician do I call? Like, can I just call my electrician? Who do I call? What do I do?
Who do I call to hook up the plug-in part? Because it's not like a cell phone where you got this little doodad, you know?
Yeah. So it's a lot of those things that we're trying to help with. Sort of like, this is a whole new technology. I compare it to like when people first got iPhones. Like, we didn't know that everybody would want basically a computer in their hand all the time, and now we can't think of anything else.
Right. So simple. Now, for people that are listening, and to encourage these EV cars or EVs, like, can anybody? I don't have one, obviously, but like as a mom of 2 or 3, like moms, soccer moms, business, like who are the electric vehicles really good for?
I think that it's always case by case what fits people's families and businesses. We see a lot of businesses that have local commutes, like people who have landscaping businesses have started converting to Ford Lightnings because you don't have to pay nearly as much for fuel. If you have a set route, then it's great. Same thing if you people have been calling them in-town cars. A lot of people who you have a road trip car for your family and an in-town car, you don't have to pay nearly as much for gas. If you have an electric car. So I think it's very dependent on what you're using your vehicle for. But I mean, the ranges now go up to 400 miles. I know people who have road tripped them across the country. The battery life is really long now, so people are driving these 200,000 miles the same way you would a regular car you'd invest in. So I think a lot of the times that is what we sort of couch this as, is is this fitting your lifestyle? Like in the same way you'd go shop for a truck versus a sedan versus a minivan, you're asking the same questions. It's just, do you want to plug it in at your house or not?
And she drove the Lightning from Knoxville today,
wow.
And she'll be going home on the same charge.
I drove it down from Knoxville with a full charge. This Lightning gets 240-ish miles to a charge at max, and I'm at 75 miles right now. I'll probably spend 20 minutes at a charger on the way home to fill it all the way up, so I don't have to worry about it when I drop it off at my work. And then
I was gonna say, just do that fast charging station right there. Call it a day.
Yeah, and I'll report back on how much it costs, but I do not think it'll cost as much as filling up a Ford F-150 gas vehicle by any means.
Probably 100%. I mean, the proof's in all this. I mean, when Darren and Richard were talking about, like, how much do you pay for an oil change? And I told them, and then, you know, they're like, well, guess how much we pay for? Nothing, you know, because it's electric.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a lot of benefits, not just for the environment, but just in the long run to help. If you're a family on a budget, you know, I know that electric cars may be a little bit more expensive at the beginning, but in the long run,
yeah,
it's cost effective.
Yeah, especially if you can charge at home. A lot of people who charge at home see like $1,500+ in savings on fuel costs a year, is what we've been told by some people that live in the area. And we've seen that too, even with this being a work vehicle, like not having to pay for brake pads as often, not having to pay for oil changes. Like, it is a business savings as well, for sure. And at least with ours, it's also a safety aspect to it. So the fact that it can do regenerative braking and save some energy, and it stops a little bit faster. I was talking about this with someone driving it earlier. Like, it feels a little bit safer, especially if you're a new driver. You can take your foot off the gas and it immediately slows down. I just imagine if you're learning how to drive, that's much safer than
I can see that, yes.
toggling back and forth between brake and gas, and maybe you were going too fast. So I do think that the safety features, this one, I mean, I drive a truck personally, but trying to back this truck up, it's big and it has 360 cameras all the way around it, and that is super helpful.
Love the 360 cameras on any vehicle. Can I just say that as a mom?
Yeah.
And you got all this, and then it beeps.
Yeah.
To let you know.
Every time you get near something. It's very helpful. Yeah. So.
Well, anything else before I let you go? Because I know you probably got to go back to the vehicle.
Yeah. I think that if anybody has any questions, you can always search Drive Electric Tennessee online. We have lots of resources available about different events that are going on across the state, different ways to get involved, and just if you want to learn, it's a good place to start. And we're excited to be out here supporting Motlow.
I love it.
Yeah. And Alex will be here the event goes till 4, but it slowed down a little bit yesterday at 3, but she'll be here till 3 or 4.
Okay.
I want to encourage people watching the podcast, come out, drive it down the road with her as your autopilot, your co-pilot.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
And enjoy it. I will tell you, I had the privilege of driving this truck for 2 weeks on a loaner back maybe October. I won't tell you how fast I went because there might be some policemen listening.
I think I heard that story in the rumor mill, Larry.
Yeah, it
I think you went on a back road, son.
it will put you in the back seat if you want to do that.
Yeah, it will.
It has a lot of power. If I could just interject, you were talking about local applications and business applications. Caney Fork, unfortunately, could not be here today, but they have an electric car.
Yeah.
And so, because they drive between the McMinnville, Spencer, and what other offices, and the gentleman yesterday told me he charges it maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he goes around to the business offices, does whatever he needs to do as that manager, plugs it in at night if he needs to.
Yeah.
Next morning he's ready to go, and they're saving all this money.
Oh, yeah.
Just using the electricity they sell to the community.
Yeah, I love that. And, again, especially with the environment and how much it's just saving. You know?
Yeah, I think that it's surprising to a lot of people how much they save, and that it doesn't feel any different than driving just like a nice car in a lot of cases. So I think that if you're interested, come on out. We're happy
if you're a skeptic, come out and try.
Yeah.
I mean, this will be the time to do it.
And they're not extraordinarily priced in a high range. Now, obviously you can buy an F-150 gasoline truck for 90-something thousand, more or less. I don't know what this one costs, but my guess is it's probably in the 50 to 60,000 range.
Yeah, we have some flyers out actually with all the current prices and ranges on them. So
there was a Tesla here yesterday. It was only 40-something thousand.
Yeah.
The high end one they brought yesterday, I think, was 58,000.
Okay.
So that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money, but
compared to other vehicles, they're not out of the price range of the average.
It's competing prices,
Yeah.
you know, and at fair prices, I will say.
Correct.
Yeah.
But with that said, we're going to take a quick break and get another word from our sponsors as the Tesla truck keeps going. I can't wait to see. I'm very curious if it runs out, but I guess it's not going to run out today. But we're going to have more guests come on the show here in just a few minutes. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
It's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
All right. Oh, where'd we go? There we go. All right. We are live at the big EV Mechatronics event here at the Motlow State Community College, alongside, once again, my co-host for today, Mr. Larry Flatt. And, you know, somebody asked right before, when we cut to break, Dwayne says, what is the cost to replace batteries when needed? And so Alex was touched off air a little bit about it. She was saying, well, right now, we haven't really hit that mark where batteries need to be replaced. So can you emphasize a little bit more on that, what she was saying?
Alex, who you saw in the previous session,
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't talk on a Wednesday morning.
It's okay.
Her 501c3 that is run, they actually are housed at UT Knoxville, but they're not part of Knoxville. They're a 501c3 freestanding. They're doing research. They're collecting data. Her point was, we're still early enough in the EV era to not have a lot of data to talk about exactly what it's going to cost to replace your battery.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that if I could go over to Champion Chevrolet and say, they wouldn't like that, would they? Champion Chevrolet, and say, if I brought you a car, what's the battery going to cost? We could get that price. I don't know what it is personally.
Yeah.
But I hear all these horror stories. It's going to be $40,000. It's going to be half the price of the vehicle.
Yeah.
As battery production improves, the price will go down. I will predict that without any way of knowing that.
Which that's normally how it works anyway.
I have done enough research to know that for the most part right now, based on actuarial tables, that's just a big fancy word to say predictions of what's going to happen in the future, that most of the experts are saying most people are going to be ready to trade your vehicle based on today's trade-in longevity period before the battery really has to be changed.
Yeah.
There will be degradation of battery. It's no different than the battery in your flashlight, your cell phone.
Right.
The more you charge it, at some point it begins to hold less charge.
Right.
So there will be a time it needs to be replaced. I know there's at least one company today, don't know how much they've spread across the United States.
Yeah.
I guess probably they're in big cities, but they are putting in service points where if you have a defective battery, or you have a battery that has reached its life cycle, you pull in, they raise your car up, an hour later, they put you a new battery in, they keep your battery kind of like a core charge.
Yeah.
When you go get a new battery for your car.
See, that's what I'm saying. This Tesla truck, it's gonna scare the daylights out of me. But go on. So sorry. When I heard that, I didn't know if it was doing itself or somebody. Go ahead.
As we said before, this Tesla's parking itself about 6 feet from her camera. And so we trust it because it is doing its job.
It's parking the same time every time over here.
Yeah, within 3 inches of where it left, it's coming back to it. So my assessment, and purely Larry Flatt's opinion, and a little bit of research, is it deserves a question if you're interested in buying a car, but it would not be the final decision point for me as to whether I bought one or not.
Right.
Convenience, the amenities that go with it, where can I get it serviced, where can I get power recharge, those kind of things would be equally important to me if I were buying a vehicle. I will say that Tennessee Department of Transportation 2 or 3 years ago got a grant from U.S. Department of Energy, Department of Transportation, and they are putting a fast charging station every 50 miles in Tennessee along our interstates and along our major highways. For instance, Highway 64 from 24 to Huntsville. Every 50 miles there'll be a fast charging station with multiple ports. You are obviously paying more for the convenience of a fast charger than you would at home. Because at home you're going to pay whatever your current fee is. Around here that's probably about 8 or 10 cents a kW. We can ask Caney Fork, McMinnville Electric. I don't know exactly, but I don't think it's more than that. When you're charging a fast charger, I was told yesterday if a Tesla is free.
Really?
Yes. If you go to a non-Tesla charging port, then there will be a fee.
Right.
The ones behind River Park over here, I think it's 64 cents a kW.
I think so.
So to fill up from 20% to say 100%, 90% in about 30 minutes, a gentleman here yesterday, I think he told me he paid $34 to fill up.
Yeah.
That's less than I pay to fill up my F-150 with gasoline.
Wow.
So those kind of things all need to be considered.
Yeah.
I would encourage anybody looking at an EV to sit down and make you a check sheet. I need to know this. I want to know that.
Yeah.
What's this cost? What's the savings?
Yes.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
I will tell you, as I said, I drove the F-150. I drove with a Tesla yesterday. Jane and I will probably look at buying a in-town car, as Alex called it, the next time around, because run to Murfreesboro, you go to, I think she goes to Macy's or somewhere, and there's like 15 charging stations outside. At home, you plug it up and you charge at night. You get up in the morning, you're ready to go. we are partnered with Motlow Robotics Center are partnered with a company called Eaton Corporation, EATON. They are a large switchgear supplier. So MES Candy Fork buy a lot of things from Eaton Corporation.
Okay.
As part of our partnership, they have patented a breaker that goes in your circuit box at home, the breaker box, that eliminates the need of the big box on the wall. You put the breaker in, you run the cables out of your breaker box, just like running to your clothes dryer.
Yeah.
You plug your car in. It's a smart breaker. You can program it from your cell phone. You can tell it charge from midnight to 4 when electricity may be cheaper.
Yeah.
Certainly is in California. I know I'm 40% charged. I only want you to charge to 80% because I need to drive it.
Yeah.
All of that can be done from your smartphone.
Wow.
And that's their
simple,
second.
convenient.
Yes. That's generation 2 that they have given me samples of, and generation 3 will be Wi-Fi, Bluetooth capable.
Okay.
So now you'll be able to access it from anywhere.
Yeah, because like right now we have with the Bronco that I have everything on my phone. So if when I was out of town, I can program it if they lock the keys in the car or something. As long as I'm with Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth in where I can say unlock my car. Yeah. So it's very similar to that and the efficiency with it.
Correct.
And again, guys, if you have any questions, today's like yesterday and today is a phenomenal time to come out and experience these electric vehicles. And what she was saying, there's like 5 or 10 different electric vehicles out here to test drive.
Correct.
And it doesn't cost you a thing except time. So come on out during your lunch break, guys. For all you adults out there, come out here and, if you are a skeptic like myself, I'm a huge skeptic. I'm like, I don't know about this, Larry. But I mean, the endless possibilities of what technology has come to, like with Tesla and these electric vehicles, I mean, it's just amazing.
It is. And this is not the reason to come, but it might be an incentive to come.
Yeah.
We're giving away $50 Amazon cards.
See?
We chose to spend our money so that people got money as opposed to buying T-shirts and koozies and water bottles. So we're giving away some $50 Amazon cards and a $100 Amazon card. So if you come out and just get a fact sheet, you're going to get a chance to win. You do a survey, you're going to get another chance to win. For every different vehicle you drive or ride in, you get another chance to win. We had student Justy probably had 15 or 20 chances to win because they've been in every vehicle out here.
Oh, they're taking advantage of that, as they should.
Yes, they are.
So we're going to take one more quick break from a word from our sponsors, because I know me and Larry, it's so nice today. I want to go around and see stuff and then see if anybody else we want to get on the show before we leave. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 with 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations. You can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sundrop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powdered sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Welcome back, guys. Kelly Walker Slaughter here live at the big EV Mechatronics event. This is day 2. Again, if you don't know what EV stands for, you need to come out here, but it's Electric Vehicle Day, as I'm going to call it for myself. But we've been talking to, Alex Strong. She brought her vehicle out with, of course, that clean, about the driving, EVs program. And with us now, Richard is, of course, back with us, and I'm going to make sure I get everybody in here. But now we have Richard. He drove all the way from North Carolina in the Lucid. Sorry, I almost had it. So, and this is one of one of the newest EV vehicles available right now. Explain that. Talk a little bit like what we were talking about off air.
The Lucid was designed by company Lucid. Peter Rawlinson was its CEO and CTO until more recently. He used to also be the chief engineer for the Tesla Model S program. So Lucid's been around since at least maybe 2015. They produced their first car in 2022, and they have some showrooms, much like Tesla, around the country. I went to Atlanta to get the one I got. I got the Lucid Air rear-wheel drive pure variant, which is the base model. And it's just a joy to drive. It's a driver's car. It's got huge space, 420 miles of range, 900 volt charging architecture. So 10 to 80%, maybe 15 minutes at Electrify America. So it's just a great touring car.
Yeah, and you literally drove your vehicle from this electric car from North Carolina. Yeah. How long of a trip was that?
Well, I drove it from Asheville, and of course we have over the pass there now we just have 2 lanes of traffic.
That's what I was gonna say. It took a little bit longer.
So it's a little slow. We went to UT yesterday for Earth Day and at the Student Union, and then I continued on here and got here last night and still had 140 miles of range.
Wow.
And then I just charged at the hotel overnight. Yeah. Now I'm fully charged.
That's awesome.
So there really is. We're seeing in the sort of landscape of EV charging that we're filling in so many of those spots. Of course, it's great that we now have NACS or the Tesla Supercharging Network available to so many brands.
Now, what made you change to an EV car?
Well,
what was like if you want to sell it to somebody that's on gas?
Yeah. So my wife and I started this journey in 2018. We bought a Toyota Prius Prime, which was a plug-in hybrid. It got about 25 miles of all-electric range, and we would zip to work, zip back on a fully electric. She would go to work, we'd go to the store, we'd come back home, we keep charging, and we found that we were putting gas in the car about once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And so it was really about saving money.
Yeah.
It was only later that it became more of an environmental understanding for us. So one of my mentors, Dave Erb, who's a mechatronic engineer in Asheville, retired UNC Asheville, said, I told him one time about, whenever I first met him, I talked to him about the Prius Prime, the plug-in hybrid, and he said, oh, the gateway drug. Because he's like, once you go electric, when it switches back over to hybrid, it just is not the same feeling.
Yeah.
So we decided in our household that we were going to go fully electric. We then bought a Chevy Bolt, which we're really happy with. I wouldn't say it's a car that you can go cross country in because of its limited onboard charging.
It's more your in-town car.
Yeah, it's a great second car.
Yeah.
It's affordable. It's peppy. It does all the things that an EV can do.
Yeah.
And then we bought a Rivian R1T a couple of years ago, and we have a Lucid Air. So it's just been, we will never own a gas variant again. I mean, a Porsche 911 is drool worthy, but until they have an electric version of that, I couldn't consider it.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And Richard, as we're ending this, what would you like to tell everybody?
So one thing that I read last night, if you live in Tennessee and you switch to a full electric vehicle, the average savings for 5 years, like if you took financed your car for 5 years, the average savings on gas is about $6,000.
And what about cost of ownership for oil changes and everything?
Oil changes, there's no oil change.
Right.
There's no transmission fluid. The only thing that you have to do is put windshield washer fluid in it, maybe some coolant whenever you have to flush that. But and brakes, since there's regenerative braking, your brakes last anywhere from 3 to 4 times longer, so that cost is cut down. So maintenance wise, it is very, very budget friendly.
Yeah. And Richard and Richard, I should say Richard and Richard. William, sorry. William, do you guys see a big, I mean, this is since the EV movement has started, each year it's growing and growing to the point that every auto dealership is going to make that change?
Well, there's, with the way things are going, like I went to California in February, and their plans were to have all their public transportation 70% EV, 30% hydrogen, but because of like charging and stuff, they made the switch. So about 40% is EV, 60% is hydrogen. I do see that a lot more companies are going to be going to the cleaner fuel efficiency and stuff, whether it be electric or hydrogen or some form of a combination. So it's here to stay. A lot of people think that it's going to fade away and stuff like that, but it's here to stay because, I mean, once you get behind the wheel of an electric vehicle, you're going to be smiling. My wife got behind a Tesla yesterday, and whenever she was on her way back to work, she called me and said, "I think we're going to buy a Tesla."
Oh wow! And what wife says, wife gets, right?
Yeah, and you know, historically, I think you can make the case that dealers have been a bit of laggards when it comes to EV adoption. The EV owner comes in, or an aspirant EV owner, and the dealership kind of shuts down that conversation. So the manufacturers have been much more pro about it than maybe some of the dealerships. But that's changing. This technology is
ever so growing.
Geography agnostic. It doesn't care. I live in Haywood County, in the Great Smoky Mountain area, and we've seen a 54% adoption year over year in electric vehicles, and that's without a lot of public capacity, right? You charge at home, that's 90% of your charging, and then when you go on a road trip, you do have those options more now because of some investment in NEVI originally, and then just the companies doing things on their own. So and I just would finish with, you know, there's a lot of vehicles that are coming off lease now that are EVs. And those vehicles are very affordable. If the cost of a new vehicle in the U.S. currently is $48,500, whether it's EV or not, you can get a really good deal in an EV for probably $15,000 to $30,000.
Well, I mean, even if it's not a lease or used or anything, EVs are more affordable than what people think, because I'm just going to name a couple: Tesla, the Nissan Ariya. Both of them start out around $40,000. The Cybertruck, the base model, starts out at $69,000 and stuff, and these have got so much technology and everything in them that it's mind-blowing because of what you can get out of it. And with Tesla and other vehicles, you can get the self-driving mode, stuff like that. It's just amazing. One of the things I wanted to say is a lot of times the reason why dealerships are not really talking about it is because they don't understand it as much sometimes, and a lot of people have a fear of electric vehicles, and with that fear, that you just want to go with what you know.
And like I always say this when I hear about fear, be a Ted Lasso in your community. Be curious, not judgmental. So, you know, I always say that. But thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I can't wait to get off here and actually try to drive one of these things, or let it drive for me. But guys, be watching, because we're teaming up once again with Community TV 10. They will be airing this where you'll get to see the B-reel footage that I'm going to be taking in the electric vehicles as well. But other than that, take care, God bless, enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, Warren County, keep it first.